Hey Keith, I was thinking it would be best for us to get a divorce.
What, Alyssa? What's going on? You haven't been home for 2 nights and now this? What happened?
What's with that attitude? You lost your job and can't support me anymore. So I thought I'd do you the favor of staying at my parents' house to save some money for a while. And now you're acting like I'm the bad guy here? Seriously, grow up.
That again. Come on, Alyssa. You never gave me a chance to explain to you why I'm unemployed right now.
Your company went bankrupt, right? I already know all about it. That's not the problem here. The problem came after that. You were all like, my friend invited me to come work at his company. Like, for real? Well, congratulations. You used your connections to get ahead. Whoop-de-doo. Glad you're working out your privilege.
Okay, that's not fair. Just because I happen to have an in at that company doesn't mean I'm doing anything underhanded. And yeah, it all started when my last company went bankrupt, you're right. But while I was looking for a new job, my friend just so happened to be starting up his own company. He asked me to help him out, and I agreed, that's all.
How does that change the fact that you're nothing but a Nepo baby?
For crying out loud, Alyssa, this sort of thing happens all the time. I'm not a Nepo baby. Do you even know what that term means? I'll have you know that the reason my friend asked me to help him get his company going was because he knew what a skilled businessman I am. I didn't do anything wrong. That's not nepotism. That's meritocracy.
Ugh, I'm tired of this conversation. I'm going to bed. Good night.
Alyssa, wait, talk to me. Hey, Alyssa, you stopped by the house this afternoon, didn't you?
I've been wanting to move my stuff out the house, so I thought I'd stop by on the day that I knew you had work.
You moved your stuff out? Why?
You still don't get it. Do I really need to spell it out for you?
No, I've got no idea what this means. That thing you left on the living room table, I have absolutely no idea what it is or what it's for.
Oh my god, you're so pathetic. Can't you tell by looking at it? I don't know, maybe this is the first time you've ever seen one of these in person. But it's not like you can read plain English. Ugh, what is written on the top page?
What am I supposed to be reading?
Were you always this dumb? It says, in black and white, clear as crystal, divorce agreement.
Oh.
Look, I know you were always more of a numbers guy than a books guy, but you can read, right? You're not completely illiterate, are you? Anyone with a 5th grade education should be able to read that.
So this is a divorce agreement?
Yes, that's what I've been telling you. I already signed everywhere I needed to, so hurry up and sign it, then submit it to the courthouse, got it? I don't want to have to wait one more day to marry my new boyfriend. Send me the text once you finish everything and submitted it, and do it as soon as possible.
Hi, Eugene. Sorry to bother you so early in the morning. You got a minute? Oh, hey Keith. What's up? The company you started, it has employee housing, right? Yeah, a couple of the guys I hired were single dudes from out of town, so I thought it would be good to help them out a bit. My dad owns a couple apartment buildings, so I'm renting one of them from him to use for employee housing. Are there any openings left? Wait, what? I mean, yeah, there are, but they're not really designed for couples. Yeah, about that. I'm not going to be in a couple for very much longer, it seems. Huh? Hold on, are you saying you're getting divorced? Yep. What the? You've barely been married for what, 2 years now? What in the world happened between you? It's kinda hard to explain. Is it about you losing your job after the last company went bankrupt? I guess that could cause some relationship strain. Well, it's not really the main cause, but you could say that it was the first domino in the chain. Did you tell her that I'm hiring you to work at my company? Maybe that would reassure her. Yeah, I did, and it actually just made matters worse. I'm very confused. Don't get me wrong, I definitely don't blame you. It's not your fault at all. She said that because you're my friend, that me getting hired into your company makes me a Nepo baby. A Nepo baby. As far as I'm concerned, you're the most qualified person for the job I can think of. That's why I hired you. Yeah, I know that. And I'm incredibly grateful. I'm excited about it too. This is going to be a really challenging and rewarding position for me. Okay, well, It makes me feel a lot better to hear you say that. You're going to be making a decent amount more than you were at your old job, so I don't see any reason for your wife to be anything but ecstatic. I'm sorry I had to drag you into my personal affairs. I just thought that you deserved to find out sooner rather than later. I don't know what her problem is with getting hired through connections, but she was really ticked off when I told her. And that bizarre prejudice of hers is the sole reason our relationship has turned to complete chaos these last few days. Sorry to hear about that, man. But come to find out, there's actually a much bigger issue at play. Yeah? What is it? Well, yesterday, I found out that my wife actually has a totally unrelated reason for being so ridiculous about getting hired into your company. Go on. She's seeing another guy. What? Seriously? I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'm betting she thought if she divorced me while I'm unemployed, she could get a better share of the assets during our divorce proceedings. However, you inviting me over to your company threw a wrench into her plans, since it meant that I'd be getting a new and better job a lot sooner than she had planned on. So she's just doing the whole "you're a nepo baby" act to buy time. If she can either delay me joining your company or get the plan nixed altogether, all the better for her, right? Yeah, that would make sense. I suppose the next step for you is to get a lawyer and talk about the divorce with him. Or maybe you should look into your wife's boyfriend. You could hire a private detective to look into him so you can really sock it to your wife in court. Actually, I can skip that step. I've already figured out who her boyfriend is. His name, where he lives, everything. Wow, really? That was fast. I bet that most guys in a position like mine would be pretty depressed about the situation, blame themselves and just in general have a pretty negative outlook on life. But honestly, noticing the critical clue that Alyssa left for me has actually made this pretty interesting for me. She was careless in a rush to divorce me, and now it's my turn to get back at her. Of course, I'll still get a private detective so I can get some hard evidence to use in court. Well, I'm not really sure I understand the situation, but I'm glad you're having fun, I guess. Anyway, for the time being, I should go ahead and get a room for you ready in the company apartment, right? Yeah, I'd really appreciate you taking care of that for me. Gotcha. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help. If I need anything, you'll be the first person I'll call.
Keith, what is going on? What is this? I got this massive stack of papers from you in the mail today, and it says that you're suing me? Oh, you better explain yourself. And if anything, I should be the one suing you.
I'm glad to hear the papers arrived already. Thanks for letting me know you got them. They should have been laid out clearly in the documents. Didn't you read them? I'm suing you for your infidelity.
What? Excuse me? Infidelity? I was never unfaithful to you. You had better have some solid evidence to back up such an outrageous claim.
I want evidence?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I knew it. You don't have nothing to prove that I did anything.
That's not it. I just thought it would be obvious from the massive stack of documents I sent you that I have more than enough evidence to convince a jury that you cheated on me.
Well then, show me the evidence! Either put up or shut up!
Okay, fine. Scroll up.
Scroll up? What do you mean?
I guess you really didn't realise it, huh? Like I said, scroll up in this chat window to the day you moved all your stuff out the house and read your messages again. Oh, what? You were the one who told me about your boyfriend.
Hold on a second. Oh, okay, so this is obviously one big, huge misunderstanding. That was a mistake. I misspoke, that's all. I was just so tired that day that I got confused. I don't actually have a boyfriend. Man, you really messed up big time, huh? I mean, you didn't even think to ask me first? I could have explained all of that to you and saved you all of this trouble. I mean, you really are so dense. But don't worry, I still plan on divorcing you, so go ahead and turn that divorce agreement into the courthouse as soon as possible, okay? Oh, and try not to get lost along the way.
Yeah. About that divorce agreement. You actually left your application for a marriage certificate by mistake.
What?
Yeah, and you filled it out completely too. Your name is on the wife line. And on the husband line is none other than your boyfriend's name. How is Mike these days?
Wait, no, that can't be! That marriage certificate is in the folder I have in my desk drawer, and I distinctly remember putting it in there.
If you're so confident, why don't you go ahead and check to see if it's in the folder right now?
It's not there! That's impossible, though! When Mike gave that to me, I thought that I should be really careful not to lose it, so I put it in that folder right away. And the folder I left at our house was the one with the divorce agreement in it.
Yeah, I had a feeling you switched the folders by accident. But seriously, this all happened 2 weeks ago, and you still hadn't noticed? Ah, I see. So you were so afraid about losing it that you missed your chance to notice it was gone before it was too late. Mike's the guy that was hitting on you about a year ago, wasn't he? You still seeing him?
No, give me back the marriage certificate application!
How about this? I'll trade you the marriage thing for your divorce agreement. But before that, we need to settle the matter of your infidelity in court. Or you could talk to my lawyer, and we can settle.
I don't have any money!
Oh, you don't need to worry about that. Your parents said they'd cover the bill for you. Isn't that nice of them? They're a great couple of people.
What?
Of course you're going to have to pay them back for it. They were very explicit about it not just being a gift, so I hope you're prepared for that.
You told my parents about everything?
I was just looking out for my own interests. Couldn't have you running away from paying me what you owe me, could I?
I'm gonna have to talk to Mike about this.
I wouldn't waste your time trying to contact him. I doubt he'll be very responsive to you.
What? Why?
I'm suing him too. I already sent him his package the other day.
Whoa, wait, how do you even have his address?
Isn't it obvious? It was written on your marriage certificate application.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Coincidentally, Mike's parents are going to be paying his settlement to me just like yours are for you. They've taken away his phone and sent him to his uncle's company to work off the debt. I asked them what business his uncle was in, and they said, you're better off not knowing. They did say they were sure he'd be whipped into shape in no time, whether he likes it or not, so good news, I guess.
Oh no, I really screwed up.
Oh, you can say that again. But from now on, all of our communications will take place through my lawyer. You can give the divorce agreement you mixed up with your marriage certificate application to him. We'll talk more about the terms of our divorce after my lawsuit against you for infidelity is taken care of.
Well, after thinking it over, maybe we can work things out between us,
Not happening. Goodbye.
Wait, hold on, Keith, wait! I changed my mind! I don't want to get a divorce anymore! Keith, please!
Alyssa had been desperate to leave me and marry Mike for quite some time. It seemed like she thought that divorcing me while I was unemployed would allow her to get away scot-free. But after she blew up her own plan with one of the biggest switch-ups I've ever seen, combined with learning that she would never be able to see her dear Mike ever again, she hit rock bottom. She tried confronting me at the house that we used to live in together, but unfortunately for her, I'd already moved out. I'd already moved into the employee housing for Eugene's company by that time. Knowing she would never get a chance to speak to me again either, she fell even further into a depression. She snapped out of that pretty quickly. Her parents came along to collect on her debt. She's now stuck doing office work at a nearby company during the day and doing janitorial work at the same company during the night. According to her parents, as soon as she pays off every last cent that she owes them, they're kicking her out of the house and cutting her out of their lives. They've already got a lawyer working on writing her out of their will.
Cassidy, are you out with that man of yours again? I want to talk about this divorce already. You keep running off to go and spend time with him, leading to this whole divorce getting nowhere. If you really want for things to happen like you keep whining about, then come home and talk with me.
Come on, you're talking about all that again? I was kind to you by leaving the divorce papers at the house for you to finish filling out. just sign your name on those papers and hand them in to the courthouse. Then this whole situation will be over with and you won't have to think about me anymore. You're the one who keeps trying to bring things up with me, delaying the divorce you keep whining about wanting all the time. You're being a jerk right now, Arnold. I even said you could have full custody of Kai, so why do you still sound unhappy with things?
I want to talk about the settlement.
What?
If you want to know why I'm not happy with getting the divorce just yet, then I'll give you my answer right now. I want for you and that man you've been cheating on me with to pay $50,000 as a settlement to me and in one payment.
50,000? Are you nuts?
I came up with that amount after talking with my lawyer about how long you've been cheating on me for and how many times you've lashed out at me trying to hide said affair. I will not be reducing that settlement. You owe that amount to me for all the times you've lied to me saying that you've loved me and your daughter, so let's go.
What the heck? You want me to pay you that much? You're outright trying to rob me.
Everyone knows that when someone in a married couple cheats on the other, they have to pay up for it.
Well, I don't know about that crap, and I don't care.
Then that makes you an idiot who needs to be taught a lesson.
Shut up.
Once I know that you and your man are gonna pay up, I will be handing in those divorce papers. Also, if you try to take the papers and hand them in yourself without my consent, then I'm gonna have my lawyer call the courthouse and have them trash those papers, so don't bother trying. And I haven't even signed anything yet, so you would have to forge my signature, and that would land you in an even worse spot than you're already in.
Are you kidding me? I want to get married soon, Arnold. My boyfriend and I have already made plans for our wedding and everything, yet you've made those plans fall apart, and now we have to reschedule things. Stop being an ass.
If you want to get married, then you'd better get to work on sending me that $50,000. Otherwise, you're just going to have to wait until I feel like signing those papers.
I don't have that kind of money.
Well, until you do have the money, there won't be any divorce.
What the hell? Do you like holding me hostage like this?
Absolutely not, but I need to make sure that a little rat like you doesn't slip through my fingers without paying me that settlement first. That's the whole reason I made sure the lawyer and the court knew you had to pay me in one lump sum so that you couldn't run away from me with my money. To be honest, you both are some tiresome idiots. Hurry up and pay me that money so we can get this divorce over with.
What? What makes you think you need to say things like that?
If you don't want me talking to you like this, then come home and talk with me.
Come on, Arnold.
You're such a pain in the butt.
Arnold, are you all right?
Oh, hey, Amy.
I saw what you sent me yesterday night. I get that things aren't going your way, but you can't start getting all upset about it right now. You're only going to push Cassidy further and further away, and things will go nowhere for the both of you, so take it easy, please.
I might have gone a little overboard there. I just got all worked up is all about what she was saying to me. However, her parents knew where she'd run off to, and so they were able to stop her for me.
I see. Hey, Kai is looking at my phone right now and asking how you're doing.
Kai, I'm doing just fine.
Can I call and talk with her later? She really wants to hear your voice and is always asking me what you're doing and where you're at.
Sure thing. Sorry for leaving her in your care for so long now. I promise to make this all up to you later on.
No worries. She's my cute little niece after all, so I'd watch her until the end of time if I had to.
Thank you. You're really helping me out a bunch here.
Tomorrow you'll be taking her to the amusement park for a bit so that she can get some of her energy out and have fun, right?
Yeah, that's right. Even with how things have been going between Cassidy and I still need to act like a parent and give my little girl the attention she deserves.
That's right. And I think you getting out for a bit and having some fun there will be good for you as well. Cassidy, come to Miles City Hospital right now. Oh, hey Amy. It's been such a long time since I last spoke to you. What's going on over at that hospital? Have you still not gotten a call or anything from them? Both Arnold and Kai got into a bad car accident. What? They had just left the house, and just a few minutes later they got rear-ended really badly. They were both taken to Miles City Hospital by ambulance, and I'd like for you to head there now as well to go see them. Right now I'm with my parents as well as my husband heading there to see them. You should already be aware that I'm getting a divorce from Arnold, right? What? Yeah, I'm well aware of that already. But you both are still legally married, and this accident involved your daughter, who is now in the ICU. And I told you and Arnold that I don't want custody of Kai anymore. Is there any reason I need to be going out to see them now? Seriously, I don't care to go and see the both of them while they're just laying in some hospital beds, so please don't ask me about this again. What? I get that you and Arnold are on your way to getting a divorce, but you can't actually be abandoning your own daughter like that, right? We should already be divorced by now, Amy. Yet for some reason, Arnold either still has some kind of feelings for me, or he wants my money, and that's why he won't let us get divorced yet. I don't care that they both had to be admitted into the hospital. Just as long as Arnold is still able to sign those divorce papers soon. And if he injured his hands, then someone step in for him and sign it so we can get this divorce taken care of. Right now is not the time to be talking about your guys' divorce. Would you stop playing around with me already? Just make Arnold hurry up and sign those papers. And of course, without that whole settlement BS. Cassidy! Oh, by the way, starting tomorrow, I'm going to be away for 3 weeks with my boyfriend on vacation before our marriage. You're going on vacation now with him? Aren't your parents supposed to be watching you right now? I found the perfect time to run away from those two. Cassidy, you are really asking for it. Had Arnold just stopped being such a baby about the divorce, this would be my honeymoon with the man who should be my husband now. So unfortunately, we'll just have to call this vacation our pre-marriage vacation. All because of Arnold. I see. I understand now why he was getting so pissed off with you. What? I totally understand now that you have no intent of going out to see Arnold and your daughter at the hospital. Well, whatever happens from here on out, I'll make sure to keep between us and not get you involved. Oh, that would be wonderful. Thank God you're a lot better at understanding people's feelings than your brother. I'm going to start packing my things now. Bye-bye. Amy, I just got back from my pre-marriage vacation and all. Yet there is still no word about the divorce from Arnold, so now I'm not going to play so nicely with you guys anymore, okay? I took a little trip back to the house to have a look and see if the papers had all been signed, but they were still on Arnold's desk without his signature still. That must mean he got into that car accident before signing the papers, huh? And from the looks of things at the house, it seems that neither Arnold nor Kai have been back home and are still in the hospital, right? I guess I have no choice but to come to the hospital and see them so that I can force Arnold to sign these dang papers. Can you tell me what hospital those two are at again? Oh, so you're back home now? Did you know that both of them had to be transferred to another hospital? I stopped by the hospital you told me about before to ask if I could go see them, and they told me they were no longer there. And they wouldn't even tell me where Arnold and Kai went when I asked. I tried texting him, but he didn't respond back to me yet. Arnold broke both of his hands in the accident, so there's no way for him to do anything on his phone. Oh, is that right? So where are those two at now? I'm not telling you. What? Are you kidding me, Amy? I have to have Arnold sign these dang papers for me. Hey, Cassidy, there happened to be one other man you'd been having an affair with, right? What? Are you still talking with that man now? You're on about him, huh? I am planning on marrying the man I'm with now, so I left that other guy a while ago. And how did you explain to him the reasons for why you wanted to break things off? Well, I hadn't met with him for around 5 months at the time. So of course I didn't say anything to him about how I'd be getting married to another man or anything. All I said was that my husband and I were rekindling our love for one another, so I had to say goodbye to him. I see. What ended up happening with that guy anyway? Well, that man's funeral took place 2 weeks ago. Huh? What do you mean, funeral? That man had been ill for a while, so I wanted to ask you if you knew anything about that. I didn't know. Well, a little bit after you and him broke things off, his illness grew worse, and he had to be admitted to the hospital for care. There was no cure to what he had, so he finished his life in a hospital bed, surrounded by his wife and kids. What? So with that, I wanted to tell you that his wife found out about him cheating on her with you and started an investigation into who you were and where you're from. What? Because of that, it seems that in the next couple of days here, you will be getting told about the settlement she'll be wanting from you. No way! And it sounds like she wants the same thing Arnold wants, for you to pay it off in one lump payment. Wait, no! Get all the money you have ready. I don't have all of that money, though! Well, then how about you borrow the money you'll need? I'm sure that's the only choice left for you now, since there's nowhere left for you to run. What the hell is this? Arnold? Hey, please, just give up on getting that settlement from me, okay? I'll make sure to give you something else in place of that. I'll come out and see you at the hospital and bring you flowers. And I'll even get back together with you. So, what hospital are you staying at right now? I asked your sister that, but she just bullied me and said she wouldn't tell. Also, my parents have started to tell me to get out of their house and that they won't accept me as their daughter anymore. I've kind of come around to realizing I was a little bit in the wrong here, and so I'm wanting to make up for that, alright? And the only person I can rely on now is you. That's why I'm thinking about being nice to you again by letting you stay with my husband. And hey, I've made sure to leave that last guy I was with. So you don't have to worry about me being with any other men at the moment, alright? This will take care of all our problems, right? I'm sure that Kai is pretty lonely now after not seeing her mommy for some time, right? So, where were you guys admitted at? Hey, Arnold. Hurry up and tell me where you're staying, please. It sounded like Cassidy went and broke up with the man she had been wanting to marry for a while, in the hopes of erasing all those talks about divorce and staying Arnold's wife. But she didn't seem to have listened to what I had told her about my brother's hands being a mess, and so all of those texts and calls she gave him went unheard and unread. A week went by before I stumbled across all of her texts to him when I came back to see him and check on his phone. However, even after reading everything she had been saying to him about the divorce and her need for him, Arnold had no plans of letting her back into his life and continued with the settlement. He then told me to block her, and that if she really did need to say anything to him about the settlement, she had his lawyer's info and could contact him to pass the word on to Arnold. The same thing happened with the other woman, whose husband had cheated on her with Cassidy. So Cassidy ended up having to pay off 2 settlements. Realizing that there was really nothing left for her to do in this situation, Cassidy went and sold almost all of her things to pawn shops, which still didn't give her enough money. So the remainder had to be paid for with some borrowed money. And with all of that, she was able to pay off both settlements in one lump payment. Currently, with the tens of thousands of dollars worth of debt she's in, Cassidy's having to work day and night 7 days a week to make all that money back, all while silently crying. Even after the divorce, Arnold has been stuck in the hospital recovering from his injuries, but things are going well there. Kai ended up being released a couple of days ago, and has been doing all right after the head trauma she had received. She will start kindergarten soon, so we'll have to see how her condition is there. At least she's smiling again and hasn't even mentioned a single thing about her mom yet. Recently, she has been sitting inside a lot, drawing pictures of giraffes and elephants, talking about how she can't wait to go to the zoo once her daddy is out of the hospital. Seems there's no need to pray for this father-daughter duo, as they are both bound to one another like magnets. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.